Do you have eye makeup on?
I do. You
Do you want it
all
off?
Yeah.
Okay, good. That's me asking. Let it fall. I like to prep a couple things, so I like to get extra eye pads out for when I'm going to be doing my skin analysis. I need to protect her eyes. This is going to be for eye makeup removal, so I'll keep that there. And I keep 2 extra ones for eye makeup removal to move that product out of the way. And thank you very much, ladies, for helping get the station set up. I was going to do it over lunch, but I decided to pig out instead.
Yes. No, it's like kind of this way. Mm-hmm.
Do you want it closer?
Could you please? Thank you.
So as somebody with extremely dry skin like me,
Mm-hmm.
when I do the first cleanser and my skin literally absorbs the cleanser, and when you keep trying to work it in, it's like it gets dry. You just keep adding water.
I just add water, yeah. That's going to be the best thing that you can do. And with, of course, with some cleansers, like green tea is really nice because it gets super foamy. And the nice thing about that, like you can see that her skin just kind of like, I don't want it to rub on her skin. I want it to glide on her skin. I'm a firm believer of working with the ears too. When you do the facial massage, you want to make sure you really work those ears. There's a lot of reflexology, which Miss Misty can give you tons of information on that.
I was actually surprised that they don't teach these guys reflexology in the aesthetics program.
It's not.
I
It's
thought
not.
we did a little bit of it.
You
We have
get
like
a
one-
little, but not like a whole lot of it, though.
Do you want this one?
Not yet. Actually, we can kick this off for a moment.
Is there like a full-time and a part-time massage? There is with Part-time is nights.
Oh.
Full-time is days. It's a little different. But full-time for massage is only Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. So it's not every day.
Okay. Just wondering, I didn't know if it was a part-time version.
Yeah, the part-time is basically nights. But massage is only $650.
Oh. Are you there? Are you here all day then? Or is there a different night teacher?
There's different nights. I mean, I do some of the nights, but not usually every other day.
Yeah,
So as I'm cleansing her, I'm feeling her texture. Underneath here, the neck area, it feels really nice and smooth. Chin area right around here feels just slightly bumpy. So I can ask her some questions as I'm doing the cleansing or consultation to find out kind of what's going on with her skin. So anytime I feel something happening down in this area, it's typically hormonal. It could be that cycle, that time of the month, or it might be something going on just in general with hormones, okay? And that's where I'm feeling. So you said it's hormone time, okay? I'm also feeling it a little bit here. I would say that smiley jawline is where the hormones will take effects and it'll start affecting the skin, okay? I can visually see just with my, just without the mag lamp, kind of maybe a little bit of congestion within the nasal area as well. Forehead feels really nice and smooth, but then I can actually see down here, did you have acne at some point? Okay.
that's where it usually
And
is.
that's usually where it pops up, okay? So with that being said, now I kind of know which direction I can take with her as a client. So this will be a great treatment if she's truly oily. And then I would move her directly onto microdermabrasions and start working with the scarring in there. Could somebody grab me a warm towel, please?
Do you mind if I turn on spa music?
No, that's fine, I don't care. Yeah, go for it. If I start singing along, you can't. No, I'm just kidding. Can't get upset with me if I sing along.
I am kind of sensitive to heat too
Okay.
from the towels.
They were just put in. They're not really that hot.
Temperature okay?
This thing is all twisted and turned.
All right, we'll fix that after. Make me a mental note to go through and take all these covers off. We don't even bother with the covers. And the last person who used this did not get a very good cleaning out of here. That's okay. Yeah, definitely a lot of congestion within the nasal area. When was the last time that you had extractions done? It's been a while.
Yeah.
Okay. I do see a couple little blackheads within the nose, within the nasal area. I do see some dilated capillaries on the side. Of course, the little scarring that we did see previously before. I also like to give the skin a little bit of a pinch. I want to feel the elasticity. How is that skin bouncing back, okay? Now, when I look into the chin area, I can see that congestion. I can see some blackheads. Purse your lips are nice and tight. We got a nice, beautiful little white head there that we'll be able to get that out. We got some blackheads there we can get out.
I felt that white head earlier.
What happened?
I felt that white head earlier.
Oh, it's gonna come out like a champ. Yeah. Everything else seems pretty normal. You know, I'm not saying anything alarming. I do see some capillaries becoming dilated within here. So it's going to be very extremely important to make sure that when she goes out in the sun, that she is wearing SPF to protect that. The more sun damage, the more those capillaries will spread. Okay. can we kill these big lights here for a
Where
moment?
was that?
They should be right here by the door.
What does it mean when somebody has dilated capillaries?
Dilated capillaries, are you're gonna see those little red lines, and it's just the capillary under the surface of the skin that's just kind of busted out.
Oh, like broken cap.
Yeah, dilated or broken. Yep, you're gonna see the same thing. Okay, so her scarring, hyperpigmentation, of course, is popping up brown. Of course, the little white fuzz I see on her, that's just from the towel. However, I'm not seeing a lot of oil. Believe it or not. Purse your lips are nice and tight. I see a little bit more orange within this area here. And a very, very little around the crease of the nose. The ears look fine as well too. I don't see a lot of oil product. Usually the ears, I get a little bit in there, not very much though. That I would actually just go in with an extractor and do the ears. You don't have to turn the big light on, you keep it off. Yeah, we can. I'm just gonna keep this on here so you guys have a little bit more brightness here. Okay, so the next step is, you said you are more sensitive to heat, correct? Mm-hmm. Okay, so I'm not gonna use a steamer on her when I do her exfoliation because it may be too strong and that may cause some sensitivity. So we're gonna go in with our enzyme. And have you guys all smelled the enzyme, coconut papaya?
I got it. I've gotten it done before.
Misty, could you grab the jar?
Yeah, but we get to pick which ones we want.
And but we'll pass it around so you can smell it, cause it smells yummy.
It
But
smells like pina colada. I'm guessing.
yeah, like you want to go to the beach and have a. Do you like drinking pina
I got it.
colada?
I got one done and it really irritated my skin.
The coconut papaya? Do they use steam?
They did.
That's why, because it made it more intense. And if you've never had any of these kind of treatments before, it can be a little intense.
That was my skin.
Okay.
From that.
When I'm applying, I like to apply from chin, work my way up one side of the face, and then I go back. You may have seen different ways of application.
Oh my gosh. Smells like sunscreen.
It does.
Pina colada sunscreen.
Yeah.
But like in a good way.
Well, it's not the first. It smells like pina colada. Right now, it smells like cinnamon bun. Maybe I'm just thinking about cinnamon.
No, it kind of does. It has a little bit of that cinnamon.
You're like, maybe I'm just hungry.
Did you not have enough for lunch?
She's fasting. Oh, was that a secret?
No, but
Oh.
Is it Ramadan?
no. It's just I'm
For Lent?
detoxing. For,
Oh, just kidding. Okay.
She's like, I wasn't trying to have that in public.
I didn't realize.
Well,
it
now
was-
we all know your fasting business,
I
okay?
thought it was like a.
Thanks for viewing, Lisa.
Remind me never to tell you secrets.
Yeah. She just announces it to the whole class. Good Lord.
I'm just giving you crap.
people feel differently about people who fast, so I want to hear people saying, "Oh my God, you're crazy!" You know?
Really?
I get
I think
the
it's
purpose
everybody's
of
choice.
it.
Yeah, that's what I'm
I
I've
just
done fastings to participate in like other like cultures because I, you know, it's the only way to really understand is to practice it. Is my opinion. That's kind of how I look at it.
Yeah, and around the Ramadan, I like to actually follow the.
I
the
try
fast.
to. Yeah, it's hard.
It is.
It's hard. It's a lot of dedication.
It's hard to get up early in the morning to eat.
Purse your lips in.
What time do you get up to eat?
Well, no, for Ramadan, you have to eat.
Okay, go ahead.
Let's see. Yeah, and after
The first time, though.
How's your skin feeling so far?
Just tingling a little.
Little tingling on a scale from 1 to 5. Where are you at?
Like a 1.
Okay, so she's at a 1. If I put steam on her, she'd probably jump to about a 3. So again, it's kind of a good thing that we didn't put that steam on her. Okay, she's nicely and evenly coated. And if you notice anything that I had left over, I'm not just gonna keep gooking it on the face because there's other skin. I can work with it, start working down the neck area and just applying it there, okay? So that portion is done.
It didn't make me feel like I had like itch, like a horrible itch.
Yeah, when
I'm
I
like
did
itching watching her do
it,
it.
was tingling really bad when I had it on. But I had the steamer on, so I'm like, turn on the steam. Felt really. How long did you do it on for? 10 minutes?
About 10 minutes. Anywhere from 7 to 10. Steam is optional. But like I said, anytime I'm working with somebody for the first time of receiving this, I'm not going to put Serum on unless I know that they've had more aggressive treatments before. In her case, she said, well, hey, you know, this was what happened with my skin before, so I'm not going to go in and add Serum and make it a little bit too more intense. In her case, if she, you know, she says, oh gosh, you know, does it get any stronger than this? You feel like you can handle it? Sure, I'll throw some Serum on. And if you girls notice, anytime I get to be right before I work on a client, you'll see me do this. Before I touch their face, I will very lightly here. I want them to know that's what I call the gentle touch. That means I'm about to touch you and work on you doing something. So you always want to non-verbally give your client a clue as to when they're going to be touched.
I mean, you don't want to just slap it on their face.
No, I mean, although it would be fun just to see their reaction, but
Freezing cold mask.
Right.
yeah, because you're gonna feel a little coolness, and sometimes when I know some of the masks they get really cold, I'll hold it under the steamer or I'll stick it in the hot towel caddy for a couple minutes, and that will usually warm it up. You're probably gonna pick that up like 15
That's
more
fine. I'll
times.
just hold it until I need it.
Thank you.
In the protocol, what do they call for during the enzyme?
I think it's a
Is it
hand and arm massage,
Okay, got
but
it.
I didn't want to make the girls all get up and move. So
But they have
you
the
can massage and you
option.
massage, yeah.
They have the, you can
Yeah,
swap
so
it
while
up.
the enzyme's
Yeah.
on, you know, if you do the shoulder neck décolleté massage now, then when she's masking, then I'll maybe do something with her scalp, or I'll do the hand and arm, or I'll do the feet. Depending on what you're doing with the treatments, with anytime you're working with product that may be sitting on the skin, you always want to make sure that you're pampering them. Never leave them just laying there. Unless a client really says, like, I don't like being massaged. I don't want to be touched, which I don't know who would say that. It's very rare. I mean, if I go for a treatment, if I'm getting a facial and I don't get hand, arm, and décolleté, I'm like, that's going to affect your chin. Yeah, you're missing something big. Even in the medical treatments, skin treatments, advanced medical skin treatments, even though it's more of a treatment where, oh, I'm gonna, you know, dermaplaning, I will still make it a point to pamper them. I mean, especially for something like that, I'm charging a lot more. So when they come in, I'm gonna give them just a little bit more because I know I'm charging them a lot more for that too.
For here it says manipulate with fingertips. Do you have to do that?
You do not, and the reason I did not is because she's already feeling it at a 1. And thank you for asking that because I forgot to explain that. So yes, in the protocol, it's going to say to manipulate throughout the face. You do not have to do that. Like she was already feeling a 1, 1 maybe a 2. Where were you at again?
Like a 1.
Like a 1. So if I manipulate it more in the skin, I'm creating more of that intensity with it. Now with you're working on someone like me, I do peels like every 2 weeks. Yeah, you absolutely manipulate that in. I want to feel it. But
Yeah.
someone for the first time, you don't necessarily have to do that. So that'll be something when I redo the protocols, it'll say optional.
So test out purposes. Are we gonna get
In
dots?
test out, it's on there.
Okay, so
Yeah.
we'll have to
Like
change a
one-
couple
one
things.
little section says manipulate enzyme with fingertips.
You can always mock.
Yeah.
Like
Right.
it's not good for them, you can mock it.
Yeah, and it's the same thing like when you ladies get to doing your chemical peels. You can do it with water instead of the actual chemical. So if you're like, oh gosh, I just had this done, I can't really do another treatment. Not a big deal. We can use water in place of it. We had one student in Florida who was really scared of the whole concept of peelings and getting it done. And I said, it's okay. I said, just use water in place of it right now. But in her defense, she's had really bad skin and she's been back and forth to dermatologists, and she probably did not get to the best dermatologist at one point and kind of took her to a whole nother direction with her skin. Okay. How's your skin feeling?
Good.
Good. On a scale from 1 to 5?
It's less now. I got used
Less
to it.
now. Okay. So now she's getting used to it. But do you think where she's getting pink?
Yeah.
Now, we may not even be at the full 10 minutes, but I'm going to go ahead and remove and move on to the next step, okay? So before I remove that, I'm going to set up everything with my machine, okay? So I'm going to get my aesthetics wipe open, because she probably has another minute or two that she can be fine with the enzyme on. It's still recording, yes.
No, it's because sometimes the people call me and it stops the recording.
Oh.
So that's
Ah,
maybe
yes.
somebody- It's in silence, so I don't want. Thank you.
So my aesthetics wipe is wet, not dripping. Okay, now I'm gonna put that in the camera. So you can see that. Okay. And lift your right shoulder. Okay. Boom, done. Okay. I'm not dealing with the armpit and all that kind of stuff. I just want to get it where it needs to be. My machine is already properly set for negative positive.
So
That doesn't have to be wet.
It's gonna be wet with the baking soda solution. So what I'm doing is I'm just, oh no, don't be sorry. Ask as many questions, ladies, please. Never apologize for asking a question. Please, please, please never apologize, okay? That's how you're gonna learn. If you don't know something, you just open that mouth of yours and ask, okay? So what I'm doing right now, because this will produce a little bit of heat, not gonna be extreme amount of heat, but I wanna keep that metal wet as I'm building her trail. Now, she was oily in the chin and the sides of the nose. So I'm literally going to start probably around the nose. It'll be here, and I'm literally gonna be going in a circle, doing little circles around that area.
Can I ask a question since I can't see the machine?
Yes.
So I'm in the positive one, right? In the
Yes,
positive
you
spot.
are being grounded as
Yeah.
positive,
You're
and
in the
I am negative.
And then the knob is switched to negative.
Correct.
yes,
Okay.
you're the
Yes.
knob.
I'm the knob.
Okay.
I am the knob.
just
I am
double
the
checking.
knob. Like the noid or the void. What was, remember that? What was it? The noid?
Yeah.
I am the noid. I am the knob. So I am negative. Okay. All right.
You
Let's
have
get
towel?
this. Yes, please.
So you don't take the enzyme off. You just
She's about to.
I'm gonna take it off. Yeah, 7 to 10 minutes. Steam is optional. All I'm doing right now is she had a couple minutes left, and she is starting to get a little pink, but not to the point where I'm like, oh my gosh, her skin's gonna freak out. So I'm just prepping everything for the next step. I'll let this cool off for a quick second. You girls know how to test it on the inside of your wrist. That's the most sensitive area. Temperature okay?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So why did she get pink? What increased?
Circulation.
Blood supply and circulation.
looks like windburn.
Yeah.
So for someone like me who I didn't used to have sensitive skin, but I was on Accutane, and now I do have sensitive skin.
Yeah, I was
and
gonna say
it's been over a
Accutane. Oh my
year.
girl, sensitive.
It's been over a year, and I did get the coconut enzyme, and I
Did you
had
feel like it was too strong?
sensitivity. I mean, I don't really know what to
If
compare
you
it to.
feel like the coconut papaya felt strong, we can cut it with the goji berry mask, and it cuts the intensity of it.
I was just wondering because, like,
think like the pinkness on her face that you're like, oh, that's not so bad. I feel like you'd put that on my skin for
And
a
you'd
minute,
be bright
and
red.
I'd be right,
and you'd be
bright
like,
red.
yes.
Yeah.
So in that case situation, any enzyme that you are working with, purse your lips in, please. Thank you. And not to be gross, I do stick the towel up the nose. Not that I'm trying to pick her nose or, find buried treasure. Although if gold came out, that would be very exciting. But you don't want them walking out with any product under their nose. That's, make sure they're cleaned up. But yeah, all the enzymes with Skin Script, you can cut all of them with like goji berry mask, and it cuts the intensity down a little bit. For example, like the orange enzyme, that's really strong. It got to a point where it was like every client that came in, we had to cut it, and then I came in, I'm like, double the amount on my face. Like, I love it. Okay, so I got my baking soda water mix. This is now going to take her skin from 4.5 to what?
Is it?
Well, acid or alkaline. You don't have to give me the exact number. Alkaline, yeah. So we're going to raise her pH. And it's going to be a little drippy. Actually, can you hear me a little bit more baking soda?
Sure.
Might have added just a little bit too much. It shouldn't. Okay, if you look on the fan brush, and I'll show you when you are done. So it's kind of like a little bit more clumpy. That's kind of how you want it. I may have added just a smidge too much water. Thank you. There we go. That's good.
Everyone can see.
I'm going to build her trail to the nose.
So wherever your trail is, you want to put the disincrustation.
Yep, this is exactly where everything's going to go, and I'm going to build it up to this side.
So you want to put a good amount of it.
Yeah. Yeah, you definitely want a good amount of it.
I feel like I've not been using enough when I do
No,
this.
I've been
Now when I do
so-
extractions, I
I've
use
been
so
doing
little.
like half of that.
Well, remember,
Maybe
when you're
less.
doing extractions, I mean, gosh, if you steam the skin enough, you're not going to have a problem with extractions. I always do I always keep an extra aesthetic wipe just kind of handy in case it starts getting drippy. But as we start doing this process, it's really not going to get drippy. You do want to go in here and you want to wet the Desincrustation tool to make sure that you're getting a good slip and glide on there. Okay? She's not going to feel anything because I haven't turned Galvanic on, but I'm going to start moving this. Can you feel anything? Do you want me to kick it up a notch?
Sure.
Okay. How about now? Nothing?
Really.
A little bit?
A little.
So
Do you want it in more intense?
Sure.
Just crank it all the way up.
Just like
How's that?
flour.
So is putting the
Fine.
Galvanic onto the baking soda, is that disincrustation, or is putting just the
What
baking
I'm
soda
doing,
on?
that's not even, what I'm doing right now is Desincrustation. The
Okay.
tool to her face, there's an electrical current running through. And what I'm doing is I'm trying to pull out any of that oil. Purse your lips nice and tight. There we go.
So then you use the gauze for the second part.
For, the gauze is for high frequency.
Oh, okay.
So
See,
this-
I'm getting it all, like you think you got it, and
And
then,
then
you watch it,
I
and you're like,
know it's a
"Wait."
little bit, that's why I try to show the machine, then the actual
Yeah.
demo. So I can see it's already pulled out that oil from that white head that she's had.
So you put the baking soda on with the fan brush, and then you dip that in the
Mm-hmm.
baking soda?
Because you want to keep moisture on both things, on the skin and then also on your tool. All right. So I did about 3 passings there. Her chin came out beautifully, and you can see a little soapy. It's hard to see with the baking soda. Tell me when you don't feel anything.
Good.
Okay, now I can take it off of her skin. Okay, so now Now I'm flinging stuff all over the place. I try to work quick.
Irritated from the baking soda and water.
They shouldn't be because it's a neutralizer. So they really shouldn't have irritation from the baking soda water mix because it's a neutralizer. All that's doing is creating a product for me to go in and do the saponification to turn that oil to sebum and get in there and do extractions right away. Ugh, so annoying, that lead. Okay.
So you don't towel the stuff off?
Not until after. I'm going to get all her extractions out. Because you have to remember, you are going to be... Oh, that came out nice. Beautiful.
I'm so scared to press that hard.
Why?
Extractions, I don't know.
Are you scared of hurting the client?
Scare me for some reason. I don't know.
Are you scared of hurting the client? Is there no
Yeah.
Kleenex around here? Is there Kleenex? Grab me that box of Kleenex one, please. Don't be scared of hurting your clients. And here's the reason why. Extractions, I'm sorry. I don't care who's doing the extractions, they hurt. They don't feel good.
But you don't want them on
And you want to do extractions very quickly because a client can only handle so many seconds of an extraction. Purse your lips are nice and tight.
So is it normal that you haven't taken off the baking soda?
Yeah, because they usually teach you to towel it off.
Yeah,
you
we
don't
have
have
to take
to.
it off and then
I always leave it on.
Oh, that one came out like a champ. See that one? Beautiful.
I'm just gonna look real quick.
If you girls need to, come a little bit closer. I know it's hard.
Yeah, I was like, let me know if I'm in the
If
way.
you go up, then I can go up. Okay. I can see.
Yeah, but don't be scared to hurt your clients. I'm not going to lie, extractions don't feel good.
If you're actually hurting them, they'll say something.
Yeah.
Or at least they should.
Brooke definitely will. Ow, you're hurting me.
How do you feel?
Oh, yeah. And
Good thing it's not showing.
we'll have to find somebody else who's like really oily
You are a fail.
because the more of these I can show you with extractions, I find that's one thing students get really nervous about is extractions.
I'm super oily, actually. I have really great skin for extraction. I have big pores and I'm like really oily everywhere all through
I
here.
have really
You
large
should,
pores. Like,
Well, I
right
get
here.
migraines though, so I don't like Galvanic personally. My stuff comes out easy enough. Like I don't even need the Galvanic. You could just.
That's how I am around my
like
nose,
right now, you could
especially.
extract me and the stuff will come
I'll
out.
tell you what, especially being in Florida with it being more humid, I look at myself and they just pop out at me. I'm like, oh, hey.
Mine don't pop. Mine just like
I
when you
know,
like
but I was
go
in
to
there.
like pop it and you let go, it just suctions back in. That's how dry my skin is.
What?
Yeah,
It's your combination of oily and dry.
I'm just dry.
So even
I'm
for
dry
the signature
and
facial, we
sensitive.
leave the baking soda on
My skin's terrible.
because we were told to take it off.
You can take it off. Now, I could have gone through and taken it off, but then I'm losing time with extractions.
Right. I just
I
didn't
can
know
work
if there
around
was a
it.
right way.
And that's an extra towel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm still going to wipe her clean with a towel. Yeah, you cannot be scared to get in there. You cannot be scared.
I'm terrified.
Don't be scared.
I tried to.
Okay, that's all her skin can handle. Her pores are all starting to tighten up. So, now I can take a towel, please. And we'll get that all cleaned up.
How do you feel, Turkey?
Good.
How you feel, little turkey?
I call you Turkey now.
That could be your new name. I'm gonna call Brooke and Fleur, be like, I got a new turkey.
I have a client at 1:45.
Okay,
That's in here.
cool.
Letting you know.
What you getting done?
Coconut and then.
What? That's what we're doing right now. Cherry, lovely. I will make a suggestion. Do you have a bed set up?
Yeah.
Where at?
Bed 2.
All the way in the front? All right, perfect. And I'm just gonna let that sit and soften up that any dry baking soda. So now we are going to go through. I'm going to switch to positive because that's going to be one of the next steps. The next thing would be the facial massage. Are we all feeling comfortable with massage, or do you need to see me do one?
No, we're good.
Okay. I'm sorry, Turkey, you don't get a massage.
Yeah, let's see.
I want to see your,
Oh, you want to see the massage I do? Okay. I'll tell you what, I'll do like maybe 2 passings for time's sake, and then we'll move on, okay?
I was like learning you.
Just because we can learn your style.
Yeah, your nose looks really good now. Got a lot of, and that's the thing. Sometimes, like I said, it's hard to see when you're doing extractions with the baking soda, but I can't waste time. I got to get in there before those pores start closing up, okay?
Is it true that pores start closing up after 15 minutes of it being warm? Like,
I'm going to say, honestly, it really depends on each individual. Just for the mere reason that if, like me, my pores are tight, but some of them are really big in certain areas. Like in my nose, they're really big. On the tip of my nose, they're really tight. So I've learned with certain clients that if they have tighter pores, as soon as I am done, I'm going right in and extracting. I'm not even wasting time. If they have bigger pores, I know I got another minute. I can fuss around and then go in and do my extraction. So you'll start learning with your clients per their pore size, how much you're seeing expand versus once the air hits it, how quickly they're gonna close. And usually 15 minutes seems like a really long time for a pore to close. That's gonna happen like very quick.
yeah.
I thought that warm like towels help the pores open up.
They do, but the minute you take that warm towel off, her skin is cooling off already. That means her
Right.
pores are all tightening up, okay? All right, facial massage.
You didn't do high frequency?
Oh, snap. Thank you. Thanks. All right, someone's paying attention.
I was just like, wait a minute, you wouldn't do that. You have to do that before massage.
Yes, oh my gosh, I'm
Popped in
sorry.
my head.
I told you, it's been a while since I've done one of these. All right, name a mushroom.
So that goes before the.
Yeah, before the massage.
Why?
Yeah, because you don't do toner, remember?
Oh, that's
You
right.
skip
So
the
do you
toner.
add serum or anything, or just like that?
Nope, no, I just removed the baking soda, and now we need to go and do high frequency, kill any bacteria or anything. So I'm just gonna open this up. Remember when I said earlier, you've got the bigger holes in there. So there's, you have at least a 1/4 inch between the fabric and the skin.
I have a fresh one on my chin if you want to zap it.
Oh yeah. Oh, we're zapping all of it, honey. Everything. We're gonna zap it all. We're gonna have a zapping party.
Can you pass me my water? Sure. Oh no, it's right here. Sorry.
Just
You
kidding.
know what Brooke looks like to me? Do you remember those like widows back in the day where they would have like the black sheet over their
Oh,
face?
When she's got that first
Thanks,
gauze
Nicole.
over.
Yeah, it made me think
What a
of that.
compliment.
No, I didn't mean it like that. It just made me think of that.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Okay. Again, like I said, watch those cords, ladies. All right, high frequency. So I'm gonna put my finger on it as I'm going through and doing this, so she's not feeling it right away and gets like nervous or scared. So that's kind of grounding it. I'm gonna put it on here.
Painful
Like
or?
a bug zapper.
Yeah.
Painful?
No.
I want to try that. That won't give you a headache. or anything.
No, this will not give you a headache.
It gives you a weird
If
taste.
anything, no, this won't even give you a weird
that
taste.
Oh,
Nope, this is just surface only. Purse your lips in.
probably Galvanic.
Galvanic, yeah.
Galvanic is when you'll taste
Oh,
it.
okay.
Galvanic when it runs through the body. This does. It's just a
You must have done
surface.
Galvanic
No,
before.
I didn't.
You didn't?
No.
Maybe she did it and you didn't know.
Now,
Just zapped one.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Oh.
it wasn't like a full. Took like 2 seconds.
Do you have a
purse your lips
container?
in. So that whitehead that she had, as soon as the electrical current hit it, it literally went. and like spilled out of her skin. I know. I wish we could have gotten that like more of a close up. But what we're gonna do now is you can see the tiny little area where that whitehead came out of. So I want it to start healing immediately.
You can find the high frequency, like electrodes on Amazon. Right?
Yeah, I actually have a portable one somewhere in this building. I had given it to Miss Donna to use while I went to Florida. And I'll tell you what, I think I got it on Amazon, maybe $40, and it came with all the attachments and everything.
I saw one of those on Instagram yesterday, I think. Like,
The high frequency?
Someone had like a portable high frequency that
Yeah.
they were just using like in their room. I was like, oh,
They're great. They
seriously?
really are.
That's
Okay,
amazing.
now we'll do the facial massage.
This is supposed to be an hour-long treatment?
Yeah. So of course demo takes a little bit longer than an
It
hour.
just seems like it would take longer in general.
You know, a lot of students have said that, and I think you, in your mind, you're thinking like it's going to take longer, but it actually should shorten your time for the mere reason that once you do your desincrustation, your extractions are like everything's being pulled out and saponified right away. So you don't spend very much time doing the extractions.
Yeah.
Same with the iontophoresis. It's like that's within the 10 minutes of masking. Okay. But when you are doing this treatment, you really do have to work step by step quickly. Demos always take a little bit longer because we're going to stop, we're going to talk about things, we're going to show you girls things.
Once you get the groove with it too, you
Yeah,
get more
and you
efficient.
kind of figure it out.
Yeah.
I don't know, it was just because the signature facial, and honestly, even the acne and the anti-aging ones, I just felt like I was trying to make it go longer.
I know, same.
Yeah.
I
Really?
feel like they should not be an hour long. Like it's just.
It's all-
Well,
really
here's
just-
what I'll say. Typically, your appointment is an hour.
Mm-hmm.
Your treatment is about 45 to 50 minutes because then you've got time for switching your bed, bringing your client to the front. So typically, a treatment should be about 45, 50 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
And you got to consider, a couple minutes for the client to get ready, a couple minutes for, you will be set up already. So as soon as that client's in the bed, you're not sitting there and, oh, how's life and what'd you have for dinner and, what are you doing after? You're getting right into business.
Okay.
What do you think of New Derma?
Oh, I make it an hour. but I really
Not too
feel like
familiar
I'm
with
sitting
it, to be
there, like,
honest with you.
Massaging for
Because they have
hours.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
it's
massage
not
like
just
my
massages.
skin, the cleanse for a really long time. And I'm just like repeating
Let me see the
everything
machine.
over and over.
It's
oh,
just
I hate
the
it.
high frequency.
Oh,
I was literally doing
I think any high frequency should be okay.
Poking her
It's
face.
just like the
and then
water
literally,
like
I'm
just-
like,
Yeah.
oh my God,
Does it
I'm
come with
looking
the
at it.
attachers? Like all the different
Yeah, there's something
attachments?
here
Yeah.
Yeah, it
Pinch you,
does.
so
And it has the neon and the argon.
Yeah.
It has both.
Then get both of them. Or get that one if it comes with both.
Yeah, there's 6 attachments that comes with it. Even has a scalp thing.
Yes, get that one.
Most of the ones you buy will come with all the
Attachment.
which one you get. They do clinic on Tuesdays? I thought there was.
Super seniors.
Oh, super seniors.
Florida, we do clinic Tuesday through Friday. There is no room for super seniors. They're all with clients.
Where in Florida is the school?
Right by Sarasota Airport. So right by Sarasota.
Your grandparents are in Sarasota.
It's so nice there.
Well, they're snowbirds.
Oh, so that's like 45 minutes from us, yeah.
How's the weather out there? Is it really hot?
Gorgeous.
It gets humid, but
It does. In summertime, you want to die. But that's nice because you can just run to the ocean and jump in the pool. I like to go over the lips as well because honestly, women, we need a lot of work on our lips, especially in Chicago with the cold and chapped in the wind.
I have a question.
Mhm.
If we wanted to like purchase our own equipment now, is it like against some type of rule to like?
No.
Okay, so I found a kit, like an entire one,
Mhm.
and I wanna show you it.
Yeah, show it to me. I'll tell you if it's worth it. If you're getting a good deal, I'll let you know all that info.
They have everything that's sitting.
It's like
here.
all in one.
Yeah.
Multifunctional, those are nice.
I saw one for 900 on here.
I saw one at 600 right
Did
there.
you? There was one 900 and it had like 15.
Everything.
Well, me and my boyfriend was talking about it, and he actually found it, and he sent it to me, and he was like, "Oh, I'll go half with you if you want to get it." So,
Let's make him better. Tell him to buy the whole thing.
Right.
Miss Angela will always find a way around it.
just not a whole thing. But it's like $1,100. But the original price was close to $2,000.
Yeah, those machines can get pretty expensive.
I gotta get service.
Okay, warmed out, please. Any feedback that you can give the girls about your quick little 3-minute massage there? Something that you like, something you didn't like?
I got goosebumps when you did like the pressure back.
Oh,
here.
behind the head?
Oh.
I like to work with the ears and the neck, and a lot of times, and Missy, being a massage, maybe you can answer, I feel like a lot of times people hold that stress in the neck and the shoulders. Is that like the main spot for stress? Okay. So something to be aware of, ladies, when you're doing your massages with your clients, ladies, pay attention to where you're feeling that stiffness, you know? How's that temperature?
Good.
Okay. Her skin already has a beautiful glow to it just from the enzyme. Now wait until you see her skin after we push a mask and serum in of hydration.
How long should you expect your face to be right after an enzyme?
About 30-40 minutes.
So like 3 hours for me.
For you, it's going to be 24 hours. Nope, happens even, I don't care how much money I've spent on these headbands, they always slip off. And I'm like, it's you get what you pay for. And I've spent like $15 on one. And I'm like, they still slip off. I know, that's okay. I feel like that's one thing that I've researched over and over again. I'm like, well, why? I just want a really good one. Okay, my aesthetics wipe was dry from the Galvanic, from the Desincrustation. So I'm just using the same one. I'm just gonna wet it. I don't need it dripping. Lift your right shoulder. Okay.
You don't worry about covering the top of your left ear?
And it doesn't have to fully be covered. It's just to keep it damp for the heat. Okay. And honestly, we don't even use it that long where it's gonna produce that much heat. If we were doing a full running it over her face for the full 10 minutes of masking, 1, I don't think anyone could handle that. 2, we're not doing it long enough to produce that amount of heat. Okay.
So now I'm negative, you're positive?
Yes, that is correct. So I am.
And then you flip it to positive.
So you just switch the button to.
Yep, I already have it switched. So as soon as I was done with the first part of the Desincrustation, I flip it right away. So in case I forget to, it's already done. And that switches this automatically so you don't have to fuss with all the cords.
So
Now-
it's just that one button.
You don't have to move
No,
the
your cords, my cords can stay plugged in like this the whole time, as long as I change that knob. And on the newer machines, as long as you push the button and it'll tell you positive or negative, you're gonna see exactly what's going on with that, okay?
Oh, that's one way to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you try scooping it out, you're gonna have a hell of a time.
Yeah, usually do.
Same. And that's the serum, right?
Hmm?
So do we dab it in or do we smear it in like you are?
Yeah.
I'm rubbing it in because I'm gonna give you enough of this where you don't have to. I mean, if I'm putting this in, you can still see there is plenty of this serum on her face. Some serums, depending on which ones you are working with, will be pressed into the skin. Other ones you can emulsify. Hydrating has enough slip and glide that you can do either or. So I could have pressed all of this in, but I want a heavy amount of serum on her because I want to push a lot of this in, okay? Oh, that's really annoying. Okay, I'm sorry, guys. Okay. Yeah, because I'm going to push a lot of it in. Maybe a little bit cooler too. One other thing too, I always keep one hand on the client, so if I have to lift my hand, she still feels my, sorry, I didn't mean to totally just shake your head like that.
You're good.
But I want her to know that I'm still working and I'm gonna be coming back. So when you have your hand on the client, it's that kind of guarantee of she's coming back, she's not done with her application. When I mask, I like to get it close to the eye. I'm working that under area. When you get to Miss Kristen's face, she's going to be teaching you about the eye rejuvenator. Purse your lips in for me. Thank you.
Why did I never think to have someone do
I
that?
do.
It seems so obvious now.
What's that? Oh, try to work around the lips.
Person,
I'm always
yeah.
trying to put it sideways.
Yeah.
And I say, don't forget the tip of the nose and hair. Okay. Yeah, it's a very simple thing. And, you know, it's not like you're yelling at them. Even if they're in a relaxed state, you can just say, can you purse your lips for me? And they do it. And that's the thing is you're going to start training your clients what you want them to do. Okay. That's the beautiful thing is that at this point right now, we're not doing much conversing and speaking. I'm dictating to her what I need her to do. Okay. The extra product. I'm just going to roll it on here, and if I have anything left, I'll just take that right down to the neck area. Doesn't mean that I have to do galvanic down here. I just don't want to waste the product. Okay. This way. Get your tool comfortable before you turn that machine on. If you saw I was like this way and I'm like, oh, that wasn't feeling right, so I wanted it flipped this way. Okay, now this roller, now that it has product, it's not going to do a perfect roll around the face, so don't be freaked out with that. But it is going to do what I need it to do. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and start moving this. Turn my machine on. One click. Can you feel anything?
Not really.
How about now?
You can do a little bit more.
How's that?
Good.
Okay. Where I will see most of this, the ingredients being pushed in. I believe we're gonna see more of it in her cheeks. That's where I saw more dryness. Purse your lips in for me.
So what is she feeling now? Like tingling or electricity?
What are you feeling, honey?
Just a little bit of tingling.
Little tingly. Would you say it's kind of like a prickly feeling?
Yeah.
Yeah. So probably like I'm running a cactus over your face, right?
Not that bad.
Okay, not that bad.
Cacti hurt.
Yeah, it does.
You're not part of cactus.
And then the thorns are in you for so long.
Yeah.
I can see on this side more than my right side. Her left side, a lot of that mask got pushed in already. What side do you sleep on? Is it this side that I'm rubbing right now?
I think so. Yeah, I definitely fall asleep on that side.
Well, that's where we find that you need more moisture. You can see the big difference with that too.
Is that just because the skin's like suffocated into the pillow?
Mm-hmm. Or she could be getting bacteria from the pillow if you don't change your pillowcase daily or every couple days.
When I had really bad acne, I would put a t-shirt over my pillow every single night, like a clean t-shirt.
Yeah, you kind of have to.
I had to. It was horrible.
I do too. I change my sheets once a week, but my pillowcase, I just went to Walmart and bought like just the pillowcases, and I just switch it out. Can you feel anything anymore? Okay, so we can remove that now. Now, at this point, ladies, we can let her finish masking for the rest of the 10 minutes, okay? However, one thing I want to share with you is look at this side of her face, how much, and you saw how much mask I put on her. I put a lot of mask on her. So if you look at this side of her face, you can see a lot of that was pushed in. It's not gooky and sitting on her face. Look at this side, it's a little bit of a heavier consistency with the product. She didn't need all that hydration on this side. That's why I asked her, what side do you sleep on? Because if it's suffocating something or it's clogging it with something, it's causing it to dry out a little bit, okay? So we're gonna let her finish masking, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show you the high frequency for the scalp. Yay. Hooray! You lift your right shoulder up. And I always remove this right away, but you guys saw how wet I had this, right?
Just so you know, Miss Donna did tell students that they're not allowed to use the comb.
Why?
I don't know, like phase 2 and
Really?
like the last 2 classes, or the
Okay, you
class
guys
that
can
I've
use
been
them.
sitting through,
Yeah.
and the one that I think just went to super seniors.
Oh no, if you guys want to use it, use it. Otherwise,
She showed it, but then said, if you could you want to use it on yourself, that's fine, but not on clients. I didn't know why.
oh, pass it on. You guys can feel how you guys saw how wet that was. Now you'll see how dry it is. I don't have a problem if they're using it. Excuse me, this is Florida campus. Hey Turkey, you gotta make it quick. I'm in the middle of a demo. Yeah. Okay, get her name and number. Tell her I will have to call her back for enrollment. And it'll have to be when I get back to the campus. But I'll tell her I'll definitely get her in the class. Yes. Nope, not at this time. Just, you know what? I'll give you a call a little bit later on, and I can kind of walk you through everything that we would need to do. I'll have to have Chris come there and do that enrollment with the paperwork and stuff. Is it a bachelor's?
Tuck me in. I like how the video's still
Okay,
going.
we would prefer to have